Black coffee with a side of tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
Hey guys, welcome back to Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. So glad to be back on a Saturday. And of course, yesterday was an amazing day because it was the number one stunner's birthday. Hey, yeah. So I'm gonna bring my girls in for the sister check-in.
Hey everybody.
Hey birthday lady.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all.
So yesterday,
how are you doing, ladies?
I'm
doing
good.
good.
So let's talk to the birthday girl. Because we know yesterday.
I've been letting everybody know that I shall be wearing my crown all month.
I know that's right.
Yes.
I mean, it was a very good day. I really enjoyed my birthday. It was more emotional than I expected. I didn't expect to get emotional. So I woke up and I was fine. I was just like, your girl 50, your girl 50. I was looking in the mirror, hey. And I was doing my normal shenanigans.
Right,
and
of course.
All of a sudden, I just sat down and I just couldn't stop crying. I just was crying and crying and crying and crying because it's like my whole life flashed in front of my face. And I remembered being a young woman and just thinking that life was so hard and thinking that it would always be that way. And so just sitting there, I was like, oh my God, I made it to freaking 50 years old.
Right.
Girl, you jumped over them hurdles. You did the damn
You should be excited.
I was excited, but I didn't expect the emotions, but I'm glad that I felt the emotions because I realized that, you know, if I could go back and say anything to my young self, I would say, girl, just hang on in there, girl. It's going to be all right. But being a young woman and, you know, going through so many things, I have like at least 7 near-death experiences. I almost died in a house fire, almost drowned in Lake Michigan, almost died from a blood clot in my lungs, almost died from a tubal pregnancy that burst and I was bleeding to death. So many things. I drove a car when I was 9 years old and hit people with the car. I could have died in that.
Right.
So many things happened to me throughout my life that I just assumed, you know, my time on this earth was going to be short.
No, he had a different plan.
Yes, exactly. God had other plans.
Yeah, he had other plans. Trust me, I know.
So I'm
because I'm able to experience Lisa Denae. I'm able to live with Lisa Denae and get to embrace it and experience it, regardless good or bad. I'm able to experience it, and overall, I've had good experiences. So it's been great, and I'm so happy that you are in my life. I'm so happy that you're able to enjoy your birthday and just be merry, just have your day, enjoy it. I'm so happy you're able to do that.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So going forward, you know, I remember being 30. I remember turning 30. And the morning that I turned 30, I went to my husband and I said, this ain't working for me. And he was like, what are you talking about? This, my whole life, is no longer working for me. And I'm going to make some changes, including with this marriage. And he was like, you tripping. I just woke up different. I just totally woke up different when I turned 30. When I turned 50, it wasn't the same. It wasn't like I woke up like, oh, you got to make it. It was more like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was more like, you know, when you finally get something you always wanted and you feel like a sense of responsibility. I'm going to say like this. I don't know if for the people out there who've been married, it's like when you finally get a husband, you just have a sense of different, you know.
Yeah, you got a different swagger.
My husband.
Yes.
You may be doing all that.
Yes.
A whole different story.
Yes. Even when you become a mother, you be like, my son. You know, that's my son. It's just you different.
Yes.
So for me, turning 50, I just felt, damn,
I'm
grown. I'm grown.
Yeah.
I'm grown.
Yeah,
You
grown.
evolved and you transformed. You transform into a different person because all those
Yes.
other versions are no longer existent. That's what it is.
exactly.
Absolutely.
This
Like,
new person that everyone has to get to know is new. It's new
well,
to
she
you.
been
It's new
peeking
to
out. She been peeking
Yeah,
out here and there, kind of like
she been
peeking.
ready. She been ready. Okay.
she
She been
She
ready.
been.
peeking, but she was scared. She was scared. She was scared.
Uh-huh.
Look, she was closed off. She was boxed down for a little while, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure she's ready to knock it out. Knock it out.
Well, I can
Absolutely.
truly say that the younger versions of me, I was very much afraid of my own power. I was afraid of my own intellect. I was afraid of my own beauty. I was afraid of my own sexuality. I had so many fears regarding Lisa. Like, I held myself back. I shrank myself down for other people. But it's something about reaching that milestone of 50. I don't give a fuck. You either hate me or love me. I don't care.
Right.
This is who I am. I'm beautiful. I'm sexy. I'm big. I'm bodacious. Take it or leave it, baby, but it's going to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just what
Exactly.
it
Yeah. Come on, Lisa. Hey.
Yes.
Yes,
Come
I'm
true.
just saying.
Just saying. Let them know. They don't know. Now they know.
That.
As I sip my cocktail made with brown sugar bourbon.
Yes. Come on, Brown
Okay.
Sip.
I'm not
Yes.
playing with her today.
See?
I'm not playing with her
It's a whole
today.
new version. I'm telling you. Them old versions
I
have
like
expired.
it.
They've
I
had an
like it.
expiration date, and the
Yes.
new one is here.
And I'm just
Hello.
going to say to my haters, to my frenemies, to those who wish to compete with me, be grateful for those years I was scared of my own power. Be grateful for those years when I shrunk myself down, because that shit has come to an end, baby. And it's going to be bad news for you.
Say it again for the one in the back. Come on. Yes.
I'm just saying.
Well, that's all I can say.
So how was your week?
My week was good. My week was really good. It was mind blowing. Like you, I realized how I process information. So that's what my week was about. And I challenged myself a lot, which I was really proud of me. Um, and I didn't give up. And that's the important part, is that I kept pushing even when I didn't want to. I kept thinking it was Friday and it really wasn't. I wanted to be
Wishing you was
Friday
on
so
Monday.
bad. On Wednesday, I was like, it ain't Friday yet. Is it Friday yet?
Oh my.
And then, so yeah. On Thursday, I was like, it still ain't Friday. So, but other than that, a really good week. Blessed to be here. So that's my
Oh,
week.
yes.
And thought about my friend on her birthday.
Oh. What about you, Zozo?
Gwen say,
Well,
take me
Hey.
out.
Yes, I
hey,
In my
am.
very
Gwen.
That's
happy
right.
voice. Yes, I love it.
So I had a
Yes.
good week. I guess you do have to take like a mental break for yourself sometimes. We get so caught up in doing everything and for everyone and doing other stuff for people that we really don't take the time for ourselves. Well, at least I don't always take the time for myself. So that's something that I'm acknowledging and pretty much living and understanding how to be able to balance that the right way, not just surface level, just really be able to be in tune with myself while I'm still handling business and doing different things.
That's important. It's very important. That's
Yeah.
important.
And
You
it
got to
comes
have,
over time.
Yeah.
absolutely. Yep. Because we do. I know as women, we a lot of times we put ourselves on the back burner for our kids, and if you're married, for your husband and for your family, we put ourselves last. But we're living in an age and time where you can't do that anymore, because on the forward spectrum, you end up suffering more by putting yourself
Mhm.
last. That
Yeah.
it does a
Absolutely.
disservice. It does a disservice to yourself mainly, But then it's a disservice to other people because you're not the person that they're used to seeing, because you're not in that same mind state, in that physical condition that you're used to being in. So give yourself that time. It's necessary. It's very necessary.
Totally
It's
agree.
something I'm
On that note, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back and talk to you guys about some current events. Don't y'all go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Denae, and here's my cocktail of the week. I'm calling it the black coffee with a side of tea, sweet iced tea cocktail made with brown sugar bourbon. To start, I brewed my favorite lemon and ginger herbal tea. Next, I let it cool, sweetened it with a bit of honey, and poured it over ice. Then I gave it a splash of lemon juice and 1 ounce, or a Lisa Denae ounce, of brown sugar bourbon. Make your own version of this cocktail and let us know what you think.
I need my cocktail. I'm missing my cocktail.
bourbon.
And I just want to give a shout out to Brown Sugar Bourbon for treating your girl so good on her birthday. Shout out to y'all. And let me tell you something. This bourbon is really good. It has notes of cinnamon and honey. And of course, brown sugar. Y'all check it out. You can find it anywhere liquor is sold.
I like the last part.
I'm
That's the
definitely
part I
gonna have
like.
to try that. You know, I love brown liquor, baby.
Oh, that brown make you clown.
Brown make you clown,
Now,
and white make you look right.
no, see, for me,
White make you look right.
pussy.
Brown make you
White
clown.
make you
Don't
pussy
mix them
brown.
together
I like
because it'll turn you all the way around.
girl, you'll be having a whole blackout.
Yes.
Don't mix them together. Don't
do
do
it.
that to
Don't
yourself.
do it.
You know.
Please don't mix them.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But-
Don't do it to yourself.
What caught you guys' eye this week as far as current events?
Confirmation. Being
Okay.
confirmed. Hey,
Yes.
being confirmed. I loved it. I loved it because they tried and they were not going to win. Because they tried it. They tried it with all their shenanigans. But at the end of the day, Black girl magic.
Yes. The
So.
first Black Supreme Court Justice, Black female.
Yes.
That is so amazing. That is so amazing. Like, it makes you feel good to be represented on the highest court of the land.
Yes. They tried.
Absolutely.
They really tried. I watched some of the proceedings when I was on break or lunch, and I was like, they really trying. They was really trying. Republicans.
Did you see the
That's
clips of
what's
a lot of the? Did you see some of the clips where they were talking about how wonderful and how great she is? But I'm still gonna vote no.
Right.
Mhm.
I saw that. That's the part I didn't understand.
That
Like,
was so
okay.
weird.
But
that's called people that are haters. Those are people that don't like you for no
absolutely.
reason.
You're right, but
And you can't change their mind. You can't change their opinion of you. They already have this preconceived notion of you based off of something that they saw or heard or feel.
Right. I just wanted to share this graphic that I saw on Instagram, and it's hard to understand, but you get when you see it visually, you understand the magnitude of what happened this week in the history of the U.S. Supreme Court. 232 years. This is the first Black woman.
Right.
Okay. And there's only been a Latina woman, 1, 2 Black men, 6 women total, 108 white men.
That part.
Over 232 years.
That part.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the time has come, but can you think about all the years that they've been representing us and hearing these cases that have to do with us? And it's been all these years with majority white men. What do they know about our life? What do they know about
our situation, our culture? What do they know about our day to day? They don't know our day. They can't relate to that.
They don't know. They're not trying to know. They have no desire to know. And
I
I learned
mean,
I learned that before by reading an actual book that talks about it. And it was a black female who wrote it, who is a judge, well, is a lawyer, and she talked about how we are disserviced in the criminal justice system.
I mean, it's sad because when you think about them hearing cases that have to do with abortion and have to do with rape, have to do with
Right.
situations that deal with a woman's body, a man has no idea what you go through as a woman when you're pregnant, when you're
Right.
faced with a situation of having to have an abortion, when you're faced with a situation of being raped and then having a baby to deal with from a rape. They can never understand what happens to a woman's body when a woman gets pregnant. So I'm just grateful that we have women and especially a Black woman.
Yes. Yes. Say that again for the people in the
Major
back
milestone.
that's
It's a
hating.
major milestone, and especially for the younger generation, like that's a major person to inspire to be like, when I was younger, we aspired not to be like Cardi B and stuff like that. We aspire to be CEOs, doctors, lawyers, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So now the generation has definitely altered, but just to put those people in play shows a good light. It's a good step towards greatness. I feel it's very beneficial for our community, our culture. I feel like it's very great for us.
I totally
Absolutely.
agree. I
I
totally agree.
totally, yes.
I mean, we can do more than shake our ass. We can do more than rap and dance and sing. We can
Right.
actually make good decisions. We are
Absolutely.
educated, we're smart, we're intelligent, we're beautiful. I mean, so I think it's just a good example for young ladies to see, of someone on the Supreme Court that
Right.
has your kind of hair. You know what I'm saying? They
Hey,
got
say
a
that again.
name like you. Think about that.
Look like
Katanji.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
Her name is not a common name. So that in itself helps young girls who have a different type of name, feel
Absolutely.
validated, you know?
Absolutely. She,
Absolutely.
she that when I saw the name immediately, I was like, oh yeah. She's setting a precedent because of her name. And then when her hair, because she has natural hair, it's beautiful. It brings you back to when you were born, because that's how our hair came. When we came here, we were born with that hair, and we've been programmed to want a perm or to want to put a chemical on it because we've been trying to be like someone else. But in reality, this is who we are, and now they trying to be like us.
Well, now hold on,
I'm,
I'm
hotel.
yeah.
just
Let
Let
me
me just say,
let me tell
some
y'all
of
something
us.
so funny. Yeah, some people, because for a while, I have naturally curly hair. So growing up, I couldn't really just brush and go. You know what I mean? I had to wet and maybe brush and go, and then, put some conditioner
of
on it and
course.
let it see, extra steps, right? So it wasn't like the normal black girl hair,
Right.
but I always wanted to experience what it looked like to have bone straight hair. And the moment I did that, I regretted it. And I regretted it for the rest of my life. Like, as an adult, I had to really change and recreate what I thought was good for me, because all those
Absolutely.
chemicals in my head was not good for me, and really just wanting to look the part because of an image that I thought was the best thing was stupid. That was so stupid. But as an adult, I was able to change my mind and change my perspective of things and really push forward with what I believed in. And so, no, I don't
Absolutely.
get perms, girl. I ain't got perms in over 10 years,
I think for me, we all know that natural hair is definitely a journey. It's a
It is
journey.
Yes,
It's a journey.
a
absolutely.
And a lot
long
of
one.
times you on a journey alone.
Mhm.
For
Say that
me,
again.
I love natural hair and I love the texture of it. I love how big it gets when it's puffy and just beautiful. But at the same time, it's not an everyday thing. I mean, it takes a lot of time, a lot of attention. So I'm just happy that it's part of a conversation. And I'm happy to see products in stores that help us with this stuff that grows out of our head. Because for a while, you didn't know what to do with it.
That I can attest to that because
Right.
I went
I
through that
definitely
stage.
agree. I
I
definitely
went through
agree.
that
I would
stage
have
for
to
a
say,
long time.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I would have to say I'm grateful for the people that can relate and are able to promote products that are beneficial for our type of textured hair or different textures that we do have as a whole.
Right.
Yeah, because think about the fact that when you, for me, back in the day in the 70s, when I was born, you had that press
Uh-oh.
and curl. You go to the
Hello.
beautician and she give you a press and curl. Now, by the time you get home, your hair done swole back up.
Right.
Your mama mad. I told you don't be playing. I
I
wasn't
wasn't
playing. I was
playing.
just walking. The fact that I started sweating and my hair swole up, that's not my fault.
It's not
Right.
my fault. It's not my
Trust-
fault that you just got my hair done and it looked like this.
What can you
Exactly.
say? I mean, so
it got frizzy.
some other people will never understand that journey. They will never understand how you in school on picture day just hoping and praying that your curls don't fall.
Yes.
As the
Trust me.
pictures go, as the pictures are taken, your hair is frizzing out and standing up straight. Okay?
Exactly.
Right.
All
Rita
of this
said
just
at will.
out.
At
It's not
will.
let ride and die and laid to the side no more like you did this morning when you woke up. Okay, it's standing straight up in a mess.
Exactly.
And girl, I
I
used
think
to
you
have
should-
them Easter hats. On Easter, I had my hair pressed and the hat sitting all nice. By the time it's time to do my Easter speech, the hat all the way up here. The afro and the hat
Exactly.
sitting on. And I just used to be so mad. I didn't even want to do my Easter speech. I'd be like, my hair done got all nappy. I don't even want to do my speech.
Silk press helps me. I struggle with frizz hair. That's what
Rita Jackson said.
Rita Jackson. Rita Jackson said, Rita, my grandmother was a beautician, and I do not like any hot instruments close to my forehead, my ear, or on the back of my neck. I never ever, even when I had a perm for a couple of years, I didn't own a curling iron. I didn't own the flat iron. I didn't buy any of those things because it
Girl, I
terrified me.
wouldn't survive. I wouldn't
Me, I
survive.
wouldn't have survived either.
I wouldn't survive. You gonna have to lay my edges down. I don't know what's wrong, but these edges in the front,
That
I'm gonna
part.
slip them down with some pepper, and the extra
That
ones
part.
that's hanging out on the behind that, yeah, we gonna have to put a flat iron that
Listen,
on
I used to
down,
keep
baby.
I used to keep
Yeah.
curling iron in my purse. When I was in high school, they know in between classes, I'm in the bathroom recurling my hair because it doesn't fail. So I'm not going to go through all day with this hair.
I used to keep my hair
Girl.
wrapped until it was literally time to get out of the car and walk into somewhere because my hair
Love the
would
wrap.
really frizz immediately. But yeah, let me go ahead and wrap this on up and I'll, get myself together and then let it down once I arrive to the location where my baby hair slicked down.
Right.
I went through all them stages, Zoe. I definitely understand. I had a wrap. Hair would be beautiful and flawless. Then I just got tired when I decided to go natural because then there were no products and I would have to keep it braided all the time. I wore braids for years.
Rita says, yes, I literally have bad hair days often.
Exactly.
I think we all do. I think we all do.
Yeah.
I just learned how to put that wig on top of them bad hair days.
Right.
Put that
And
hat
that's
on
why
top
I
of
can
bad hair days.
understand. That's why I understand why these girls wear these lace fronts down to the, I get it, bone straight lace fronts. Girl, more power to you. But
Right.
see, I got a little thing called edges around the front that I need to have for the rest of my life. So I don't want to be snatching that patch of stuff off of my hair. I don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
it's
I'm
the
scared
ease
of
of
that.
it all. Yes, I agree. But I want to talk about one more thing before we go to break because I saw this and this really spoke to me and I want to get you guys' opinion on it. So I'm
Okay.
talking about, let me pull it up here. I'm talking about singer Mooney Long. She revealed that she turned down a free feature from Drake in 2008 because her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, but her boyfriend at the time was jealous of Drake pulling up to the studio. So what do y'all think about that? Because first of all, features ain't free. Features can cost you
from
from an artist that's popping. A feature on your song can cost you anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000. So to have an opportunity to get a free feature, and turn that down because your boyfriend was jealous, what y'all think about that?
First of all, he wouldn't have never been at the studio. Let's start there. Because you're not my husband. We're not married.
That part.
Okay,
Stay
boyfriend.
on the outside of the door because I'm about to get Drake on my song. And I know if Drake is on my song, that my song is going to blow up. So do whatever you have to do with your feelings, boo. Suck it up. Do what you have to do. But what I'm about to do, I'm about to have Drake on my feature. And for free too?
Yeah.
Girl,
Yes.
free?
That's the part. That's the part where you're going to have to just take that L and be like, baby, you're going to have to be mad today. Because I'm going to the studio at whoop, whoop, whoop time. You can sit outside the door if, you're feeling some type of way or anything that, is concerning you. I totally understand and respect your boundaries. But see, what I'm about to do is get paid. Get paid,
Absolutely.
get paid.
Because you know that song's going to blow up.
Right.
Stop it. You're talking about a major artist right now. You're talking about Drake.
And the ex moved on. He her ex, and he done moved on with his life. I mean, so that's the thing to me, because I had the same situation. I had the same situation in my first marriage. I had a major gospel artist. I am not gonna name drop, but major. Had a recording that was going on, and it was all the buzz, and everybody was thinking about it and talking about this live recording, and I had an opportunity to be a part of it. And I asked my husband, can I be a part of it? Now, first of all, that was my first mistake, asking him.
That was the first.
Yeah. That's what you call young and dumb. So I asked my husband, I want to go over and do this recording in London. That's all I'm going to say. Gospel people know who I'm talking about just from that. And he was like, no, it's not your time. It's not your time. And I was like, huh? well, how would I know it's my time? And how do you know it's not?
Wait a minute. See, I needed to be around at this time and said, sir, you have no bearing on what time it's her time. We're going to leave and we're going to the studio. Thank you. Have a good day. See,
thank you.
Me at the time. I'd have been a friend.
Thank you. I understand. Old girl Mooney Long. I understand why she did what she did, because I did the same thing to try to keep the peace in my marriage. So I said, okay, I'm gonna pass this opportunity, and I'm hopefully when it is my time, I'll have another opportunity. But the thing is, I learned the hard way. It was never not my time. It was just he was insecure. He was afraid that I was going to be known. Yeah, he was afraid that at some point I was going to realize that I could do better. Okay. So to all the women out there, do not let your man get in the way of your dreams, your coins, your endeavors, your goals. I'm sorry. You just can't do it. Gwen said they don't, what she said? They don't be made.
I think she's trying to say mad.
They're going to be mad when you got the money.
Oh, they don't be mad when you got that money. Exactly. Right. They always trying to get a little piece of it. And then Rita says, I wonder if that song In My Feelings was for the boyfriend. I don't know. I don't know. But all I do know is ladies, do not make decisions.
This is what I do want to say. If you do have a significant other, they should be on your side. By your side and for you. If they're not, then that's something wrong. If they're not supporting you in the things that you want to do, and they know the work and the effort that you're putting into something that you feel like is your dream or something that you want to do, if they're not behind you 100%, that's a red flag. That's a problem.
Absolutely. That is a problem. That is a problem. But I think that everybody is not meant to be with an artist. Everybody is not meant to be with a model. Everybody's not meant to be with an athlete.
No.
See, these type of things,
Exactly.
even a Supreme Court justice. I mean, think about the fact
Yes.
that people look at Ketanji and Supreme Court Justice Ketanji and
Right.
feel like Brown Jackson
That's
and feel
intimidating.
like she's got a white husband. Oh my gosh, she got a white husband. But let's keep it real. She has to be with whoever is going to accept her destiny. She got to be with whoever going to support her. She can't be worried about no drama, no shenanigans. And I know that come with white men too. I'm not saying it don't. But what I'm saying is at some point you can't base it on race, income, none of that. You got to base it on
Totally.
who's best for where I'm going in my life.
That's right, because everybody not meant to ride the train.
Yep.
They not meant to go. And
Absolutely.
that's why he was her ex, because he wasn't meant to be a part of her life. And yeah. And I'm sure at this point she's thinking back, she's like, dang, I should have went and did that. Let Drake be a feature, because now this person is no longer a part of my life at all.
Oh, he probably thinking, I'm glad I ain't let that nigga get on her song. She probably would have blew up by now. I mean, and like you said, I feel like everybody is not meant to ride the train, but I also feel like some people is meant to ride the train. They just need to get off at the next stop. You know,
That's
some
right.
people just temporary.
You need to know when to let them off.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to know when to let they behind off the train.
Absolutely. This your stop, boo-boo.
Right here.
This is your stop.
What you mean? This not my stop? I thought we was going to the house.
This your flow.
Hello.
This your flow.
Hello. Your ticket ends here, baby.
Yes. You know how you be on the elevator with a group of people? This your flow. This your
Right.
flow.
Yep.
You're not going all the way to the top with me.
Mm-mm.
It's your time to get off.
Exactly. Miss Reed is just laughing. Yes. Exactly. Yeah, you just can't let nobody down your dreams. And whatever you are destined for, those people will eventually fall off anyway, because everybody's not meant to go with you on your journey. It's your journey. And that's what people don't understand. Is your journey. And we all have different ones. We encounter different people on their journey, but they're not meant to be permanent fixtures sometimes.
Yes, absolutely.
Goes with friendships too.
Yes, it does.
Goes with friendships too. Sometimes you meet and you greet.
Right.
Go somewhere else and take a seat.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't take everybody with you. What you say, you can't take everybody to the top with you now.
Some people not ready. They mental, they conscious. The spirit ain't right.
It's off. It's off.
Have to go. That's why you sage them out.
I'm not
That's
doing
why
this
you
with
sage
you.
them out. That's why you sage them out. So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna be back with the real spill.
All right, we'll be back. Right back, guys.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Denae. Check out what I did with this amazing two-piece set from the Dorcas collection by B. Moore. For look number 1, I pulled the skirt up as a dress and paired it with a denim top. The best part is it has pockets. For look number 2, if you want to be sexy and show a little skin, you can wear the top as a crop top. Okay, girl, I see you. You did that. For look number 3, if you don't want to show any skin, pull the skirt all the way up to the waist, and it appears to be a one-piece. For look number 4, the grand finale. If you want to dress it all the way up, you can wear the top with an evening gown. Go on and put a crown on your head, boo. How you want your tea, baby? Because I serve it hot and I serve it strong. It's the real spill with your girl, Lisa Denae. You ready? You ready? You ready?
All right, you guys, it's the real spill with your girl Lisa Denae, and I want to talk about this case that has been in the news. It has been on social media, and it's got Black Twitter going crazy. So let's talk about it. So some of you know about this case where this black man, he is actually Nigerian American, was stabbed to death by his girlfriend, who happens to be white and happens to be an OnlyFans model and Instagram influencer. So, have you ladies heard about this case?
I did. I saw it. I was very devastated because of the background that I heard about the case. Like he was never putting his hands on her. She was actually being abusive to him.
Yeah, that's what I
So
heard.
that confused me. But I know it can happen. My
But
thing is, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I was just confused. Like, what took you to the point to where you felt like you had to stab him to death? What did he do that took you to that brink to want to take his life? Right.
I mean, I feel like the case has been overshadowed by the fact that this man was known to tweet hatred against black women. So
wow.
the tweet that I have, the post that I have next to the story is from someone on social media who says, so y'all know that the Nigerian man that hates black women got murdered by his white girlfriend. Somebody told me that his death should overshadow the fact that he hated black women, and the fight for justice should continue. His fight should continue. I will not be fighting though. That's what this woman said. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen, but a lot of black women have come out saying, this ain't none of my business. This ain't my fight, because of the fact that he was well known. And a lot of these tweets were well known, and they resurfaced where he talked about black women and saying stuff like, I don't like black women. All black women are born knowing how to shake their ass. He said a lot of disparaging things about black women in his tweets. And so a lot of black women are coming out saying, this ain't got nothing to do with me, boo-boo.
Right. You don't like me anyway.
And you don't throw a fit.
Right. But he in their minds, because you've sat here and belittled us all this time, and you've constantly said that you don't like black women, everything about a black woman you don't like, but yet and still the woman you chose took your life. This white woman decided she didn't want you on this earth anymore. Whatever conversation had in your home with her, she decided on that day that she was going to pick up a weapon and take your life. You know what I'm saying? And then she ran to social media, try to make it seem like it was his fault. What? I didn't understand it. She was talking about she had mental issues, and it was a lot.
Well, let me share this clip with you guys real quick.
Okay, because I want to say something.
I don't think y'all can hear it. Let me go back because I need to share the audio. But the thing about this case that got me also was the fact that after she killed him, she posted on her OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm. She sure did.
So she had time to update her content on OnlyFans. So, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of iffy for me.
So for me, I understand the women saying, that ain't my business. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But at the same time, right is right and wrong is wrong. And so regardless of her race, regardless of his race or whatever, his Twitter comments, that woman still killed that man.
Right.
Where are the repercussions for that? What is going on with that? You know what I'm saying? Even though we might not want to push for it because he was bashing black women. Totally understandable. I understand why a certain person wouldn't want to push forward with that. But at the end of the day, that's still somebody's brother. That's still somebody's son. That's still somebody's cousin. That's still somebody's friend.
Right.
And that's how I feel about it. I feel like wrong is wrong. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I do, however, understand some of the sentiments that I've seen on social media where women have pulled up the tweets and said, this is what you wanted, this is what you got. So we weren't good enough for you. And then also he said something about black women always embarrassing themselves on TV. Well, you dealing with a woman that she's an OnlyFans. This is what she do. She's an OnlyFans model.
Mm-hmm.
So, Now, I do agree with you that it has nothing to do with the fact that she stabbed him to death.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that they let her go initially. She was seen at a bar. She was seen at a bar after she killed him. I mean, it's like she was literally walking free and saying that she talking about she felt like she might kill herself, and they put her in a mental ward, which she was able to leave there. I just feel this way about it. If we want to keep it all the way 100, I feel this way about it. You chose this because you felt like you wanted a white girl. You need to understand, as a Nigerian American, you should have understood that thing called white privilege, where she can stab you to death and still go to a nightclub, still be out at the bar. Okay, you should have understood that. Now, I feel like, yes, it has nothing to do with the other, but I understand the argument of so many women. I do understand it. I understand it 100%.
I agree with you. I completely agree with you, because in the same breath, I have so many opinions towards, how they feel about, Black women being portrayed on television versus white women. You don't see white women acting an ass. You might see them showing their ass on OnlyFans, but Black women show their natural ass on television. You know what I mean? Like the shows that they put out there for us to see. It might not be what they're really portraying, but this is what they show us. This is what it's
I think
for.
white women do it too. I mean, Girls Gone Wild. It was a whole era of Girls Gone Wild. I think that might be before your time. Yeah. But them white girls was wild.
A long era.
I mean, wow, a long era.
See, I'm saying Black women. I know, but Black women are more put on a pedestal when it's done with them, and it seems like it's more often than none. White women it's not as often. Yes, they had their phase, but now you kind of see it, you kind of don't. And Will Povix and all Will Povix show, that's the most crazy white folks you're gonna get.
Well, if you watch the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they be wilding. The Real Housewives of New York, they be wilding. The Housewives of Utah, they all be wilding. They be fighting, throwing drinks, flipping tables. They do all kinds of shenanigans. And they do shenanigans. I think that we are judged more harshly. I think Black women are judged more harshly for doing the same stuff. But I mean, yeah, Rita said Jerry Springer.
Yes.
But I feel like when you come against Black women and you say, I will never date a Black woman, I'm not into Black women, they're not my type, blah, blah, blah. But then your type goes on a podcast. I think it was maybe weeks before his murder. It was a short period of time before she murdered him. She was seen on a podcast saying, I only date rich Black men. I only date. The podcast host said, you seem like a woman that only date rich men. She said, no, correction. I only date rich Black men. So clearly both of y'all was wrong, because y'all both looking at each other as a trophy. She want a Black man, you want a white woman. So she done stabbed you to death. In it for the wrong reason. She done stabbed you to death, and pretty soon it's gonna be on to the next rich Black man for her.
Because she just claimed that she's a mental health patient, is what she's claiming. After being on OnlyFans and showing your behind and going on dates and doing all of this, you're now saying that you're a mental health patient, and that's crazy, because mental health is real.
Right.
Mental health is real.
But
go ahead.
But she had white privilege, point blank, period. Because had she been a Black woman and did the same deed, stabbed this man to death, she would have been in jail that same night. She would have never been out at a club. She'd have never had time to even do her OnlyFans. They wouldn't heard nothing.
They would not have wanted to hear that. They would have wanted to see some medical records stating that you have already been diagnosed as a mental health patient. Right. They would have already wanted to know this information. Absolutely. They wouldn't just let you go like that.
Well, let's just talk about the fact that as a Black woman, I mean, I've seen a lot of this on TikTok where Black women say, let me just go on and do the bare minimum and get 1 million followers too. Because let's go with the fact that a Black woman on OnlyFans or Instagram ain't got 2 million followers. True. And if you do, you done did 12 movies, 3 albums, and 2 Sports Illustrated covers. So, I mean, it's just the world that we live in. White privilege is a real thing. And so, because this is what you wanted. Now, I'm not saying he deserved to die. I'm not saying that at all. But I do believe that he took some stuff off her that he wouldn't have taken off a Black girl.
That's the part. That's the part.
Even their friends came out saying they saw her hit him, but they had never seen him hit her.
That's the part I heard too. They was like she was abusive to him, and I'm looking like, wait a minute now. I
want to see medical records.
I was a little perturbed and confused for a good moment when I first saw it. I was like, okay, something got to be wrong.
Well, that's what I have. That's the real spiel. I just wanted to bring it and get you guys' opinion on it because so many people have spoken on it. Little Mo spoke on it and had to backtrack and apologize for the things she said. Right. Little Mo said she said what she said.
Right.
Yeah, and it is what it is. You take it or you leave it. But in a situation like that, it's kind of relevant. You know what I mean? Because you don't get that often, and then when the tables are turned and it's a different scenario, you're looking at it from the outside looking in like, what is really going on, and why is it okay when this person does it, but if a Black person was to do that, it would be a whole different show. It would be a whole different scenario had the tables been turned. Had he killed her, that would have been a whole different ball game.
Absolutely.
Now you're talking about a Black man killing a white woman.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, for me, the whole moral of this story is your preference is your preference, but you don't have to put down other people because you don't prefer that. If you don't prefer Black women, you don't have to put us down. Go have your white girl. We don't care. You could take all the ones that we don't want anyway. But you don't have to put us down just to say what your preference is. That's something I've never liked.
Me either. Yeah, everybody has preferences. We all have our likes and our dislikes. But don't belittle someone else because that's not your flavor. It might be somebody else's flavor.
I don't prefer a man with man boobs, but I'm not out here telling them that they need a bra. I'm not out here belittling them. That's just not my preference. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, like I said, we all have our preferences, choices. That's why they have lots of flavors of ice cream.
Right.
That's why we have our flavors.
Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You want to go? Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, guys, and we'll come back with zoology.
We'll be right back.
This show is sponsored in part by Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services, offering quality tax preparation, serving clients nationwide. For more information, visit www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
It's time for Zoology Q&A with Zoey Raz. Hey, guys. So I actually have a few questions. I had someone ask me, what is the difference between family and relatives? Okay. So.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think so. I think when it comes to family versus relatives, I think family is people that you choose to be in your life. Relatives are people that are blood. They're related to you. You have you share the same blood. You might not share the same likes or interests or stuff like that, but you have the same blood. As far as family, these are people that you choose, you pick. These are your people. This is your family. This is who you have placed in your life, who God has put in your life. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think family, for me, the definition of family is people who love you and accept you, support you, are there for
Mhm.
you, care for you, and not just for what's
Definitely.
in it for them. That's more relatives. Family
Yeah.
is there for you no matter what. Even when they mad at you, they still gonna do for you. Even when you wrong them. I mean, I ain't talking about no big wrong, but you had a little disagreement, a little fallout. When it's family, you still there because you're like, oh, that's family. Yeah, we
Yeah.
disagree. Yes, you get on my nerves, or he get on my nerves, but that's family.
Right.
Yep.
Relatives, to me, like you said, are connected through DNA. So when you fall out with a relative, it's guns blazing, it's people trying to throw blows, it's all kind of stuff because they're not really family.
Right.
Yep.
They're not really
They
family
don't really
because
have your might not have your best interest at heart.
one fallout and you see their true colors. One disagreement
Yeah.
and you see exactly how they feel about you.
Right. Miss Truthfully, Chambers said exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And the crazy
Yeah.
part is sometimes you think it's the same until they show you, oh, this person is
Absolutely.
just a relative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they will. Family reunions, you see, that's when you get to see the real deal Holyfield. Or you
Right.
see, or a funeral. Weddings, funerals, and family reunions, you get to see people for who they really are.
Yes.
Yes.
Truthfully, Chambers says relatives are just a genetic connection. I definitely agree. I feel they have your blood. That is the most thing that y'all have in common. Blood.
Yeah, sometimes that's the only thing you got in common. Sometimes you be like, are we really related? Like, I need to see the proof.
Exactly.
I need to see the proof because you funny made. Like, where you
I
come
don't
from?
believe it. I don't believe it.
Exactly. I need to be on Marvel. I need to see who the daddy.
Let's check it
'Cause,
out.
yes, I
Let's
don't
check
even much
it
believe we
out.
got the same blood.
Let's check it out. I
Sometimes
have
we
to
do like that.
right. I have to agree with you ladies. But I have one thing to add to the family dynamic. I believe that family is it can be your inter family. And that's
Mhm.
for me, that's my immediate family is my family. Them my people I'm gonna ride for point blank period. But then I believe that your friends can become your family.
Yes. Yes.
And that's when you realize that family has a deeper meaning when you accept someone
Yeah.
that has been your friend and they become like your family. That's
Yes.
that's the definition for me.
Yes.
Come
That's
on,
my
T-Bird.
definition of family because I have a lot of friends that have become family because we see each other on a deeper level. We see each other for
Yeah.
real.
Yes, I like what Truthfully
And a lot
Truthfully
of people,
says. She said, I have found family and so many others that I have no blood ties with that show up and show out. And that's what I'm talking
yeah,
about. That's family.
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
And I think we all can relate to that because we do have those people in our lives that we look at and we're like, okay, these people are not even related to me and they're willing to be there for me and support me and do this and go out of their way and always be present. You know what I mean? Versus somebody
Absolutely.
that is your relative that pretty much don't even talk to you until they see you on Christmas or Thanksgiving or every other holiday. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's true.
And I just want to give some pointers to relatives who want to be family because sometimes you grow up together, then you just grow apart and you try to figure out what happened, why are
Right.
we not close? We used to be so close. And so for me,
Yeah.
I think the reason why friends can become family is because we put in the work. We put in the work. And family take for granted just because we blood, you know, we ought to always be close. No, you still have to put in the work. You still have to
Yep.
put in the work.
It's still
You
a
got to spend
relationship.
time with me. Yeah, you spend time.
Yeah.
You got to get to
Right.
know me. You need to know who I am today versus 30 years ago. You need to
Absolutely.
actually
When we
put
were
in the work.
Right.
yes.
Yes. Sometimes family can't get out of their head the little girl you was when you grew up together. Baby, that girl gone.
Exactly.
She gone. She
Right. She
been
been
gone.
gone. she,
Yeah.
she been gone for a long
She been
time.
gone. Baby. She been
Yes.
gone.
So you got to really like put in the work to get to know me. And then I think sometimes families just don't feel like they have to do that. You my sister, you my brother, you my cousin, you know.
Right.
She said, gone. Yes. So I see that.
Absolutely.
That's where
Truly.
friends have a leg up, because you know we have that interest and we have that desire to be close. So we're gonna put in the work. Some friends, we're gonna put in the work, because you know
Say
what?
it.
Some friends get like relatives after they've been your friend for so long, and then when you go into new stages of your life, it's like they can't accept it
They
either.
expect it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
they
they
can't
expect
Absolutely.
to
accept it
still
too.
be they expect to still be in that space with you, but they don't know the person that you have grown to be now. And so we can't still be in that same space when I've grown and you're still stagnant.
That's right. That's right.
Yes,
We have
yes.
to both evolve as individuals, and our friendship has to evolve as well.
Woo. Yes, Lord. What truthfully said, the same as with schoolmates. Sometimes they can't see past who you were in school. Come on now. That's a
Yes.
good one.
Yeah.
Time to get off the train, Rita said.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a good one, because people, you know, it is so true, especially when you go to the same school, same elementary, same junior high, same high school. People cannot
Yes.
get past who you were at school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or your family. Like if your family is well known, people like, oh, that's one of them Pattersons, or that's one of them Williams, or that's one of them Jacksons. Look, I'm an individual. I tell people that all the time. Don't group me in with my family. I'm an individual. Okay.
Hello.
I
I
might have their
understand.
last name and I might have their blood running through my veins, but I am an individual. I came out the womb alone. I'm gonna go on the ground alone. I'm an individual.
Mhm.
Say that again. 'Cause I don't think they understand. We individuals,
Yes. And I
Hello.
think that
independent individual people, because that's
people,
why the Lord gave us all separate brains, separate hearts, separate bodies. Because if we was all the same, we would be intertwined with one another, but we're not. We all got our own brain to think with. We got our own heart to love and seek. Come on now, let's get it together.
and family,
Agreed.
you can, the good thing about family is you can build your own family. You can go about, I remember when I first moved to Houston, I had a lack of family. I had relatives, but I had no family. And so I started seeking out. I said, I need an older person that can act as a sister. I need somebody that got kids my age. I started actually seeking out to build my family. And you know, I'm still on that journey. Still on that journey. But it's something that we can do. And that's the blessing of being able to create your own family.
Miss Rita said facts lost a 30-year-old high school friendship because one grew up and the other didn't. That's true.
Mm,
That is
that's
very true.
real. That's
Yeah.
real.
That's deep. 30 years is deep.
That's a
That's
long time.
deep. That is
Because you're like this. One is constantly climbing that stair, and then your other one, like Zoe said, stagnant. They've chosen not to evolve as a person.
yeah. Yeah.
We are humans, and we are spirits inside of a human experience, so we have to evolve.
And some people don't. Some people stay in one spot. You have these 50-year-old teenagers, you know, and, and I mean, it is what it is, but they can't relate to you because you're actually a 50-year-old and they 50 acting like they 14 or 17. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you know, that's where you grow apart. But your
Absolutely.
family is the people that grow with you and
Mm-hmm.
understand your growth and try to be a part of your growth and don't hate on your growth.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's the important part is know who is really your family and know that find out who your friends are that you can consider family
Exactly.
and know who your friends are that are relatives as well. So you can like Miss Rita said, so they can get off the train.
Yeah. She said partying with their kids at the club.
Hello? Hello.
That's something I never understood. I can't be partying with my kids at the club.
Yeah, no.
But to each his own, do you?
She
Whatever floats your boat.
takes a sip of her cocktail for the week.
Yes, whatever floats your boat. So you said you had a couple. You said you had a couple questions. You got another question?
I do. Do y'all want to save it for next week, or you want me to go ahead and put it up?
It's up to you. I'm feeling good when it's brown sugar bourbon. So I mean,
come on with your next question, Zoe.
Okay, cool.
Ooh.
So my next question is, how do you build a better relationship with someone who judges you based on your past? So, ladies, want to shoot y'all shot? Because for me, it's a lot of steps within this, depending on the people. You have to know. You have to know the person, and you have to know yourself. If you are constantly working on yourself to better yourself and to be a better person, you know the mistakes that you've made. All you can do is make amend for those mistakes that you've made, not throw it away.
Say throw it away.
I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Rita, because if somebody is judging you based on your past, boy bye and girl bye. Because I can't deal with you. You can't judge me based on my past. The past is the past.
Right.
And if you continue to
what
judge
if
me
this
based
is somebody that's I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What if this is somebody that's close to you? Like your child or like your closest friend, like somebody that you've had in your life for over 30 years, a relationship that you want to amend and not necessarily just throw away, like she said.
Well, people in hell want ice water. You can't always have what you want. I feel this way about it. Everything, all things come to an end. And sometimes you just gotta let go. If somebody is judging me even based on yesterday, me and you, we're not on the same page. We are not compatible.
Right.
So for me, I'm with Rita. Throw it away.
And she said, laughing my butt off. I have. So I'm on both sides. I agree with Lisa at some point. Like, if you judging me, because we shouldn't. First of all, the Bible say we ain't supposed to be judging each other anyway. Point blank. Period.
Right.
Secondly, if you are judging me on my past, we all have one. So let's talk about that. And then secondly, if you want to save the relationship, have a conversation. And if they're unwilling to have a conversation, a real grown person conversation, let it be. It is what it is. Or it is what it ain't.
I mean, because even sometimes judging based on your past is not always a bad past. Sometimes people judge you on a good past. Sometimes people used to you always having money, used to you always being the one paying. I'm gonna need you to get used to my current self.
Right. Absolutely.
Because the current self is the one who's in your face, not the past self. So I'm gonna need you to get used to that. And for me, I'm not interested in building a relationship with anybody that's judging me on my past.
We know it.
That's right.
I don't care who you are. But that's just me.
I like that mentality. I love it. I definitely do. But for those who are, seeking a relationship, in that sense, I would say make sure that you're genuine within yourself. Make sure you constantly work on yourself, because when you work on yourself, others will see that and they won't have a choice but to understand and accept you for who you are now in that moment, because you are genuinely.
But I get what you're saying, but I also feel like people do have a choice. People do have a choice whether they accept you. You can work on yourself as all you want. Yep. You can become a better person. You can become all these wonderful things, and people still will hold you to your past. I just feel like the bigger thing to do is learn how to just be you and rely on you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
To me, that's the biggest lesson I ever learned is if I need to walk alone, I'm okay with that.
That's right. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with you there. Because sometimes you do have to walk alone. In order for you to remain in your peaceful state, let me walk by myself first.
And
if I
sometimes
want
you
to,
got to be okay with that.
absolutely, you do. And I think that's the hard part for some people. I can't say if you're not used to being by yourself, it can be a hard lesson to learn when you're used to having a group or you're used to having one or two people beside you. But having that alone time is necessary.
Right. And I agree with Rita. Some people are always negative. But one thing I learned at a very young age is that the greatest ability that you can have is to be able to be alone and be okay. When you can be alone and be okay, you good. People can't hold their friendships over your head. A man can't say, if you do this or that, I'm gonna leave you. Because you'll be like, okay, bye. I mean, okay. I
Right.
mean, I might shed a
You
tear,
be
though.
good
I ain't gonna act
with
like I ain't gonna shed a tear, but I'm gonna be all right.
I'm gonna be
Right.
all
You
right.
gotta be good
That's
with
what you
yourself.
do.
You have to be good with yourself before you can really expect or think you're gonna get something back from someone. You have to know who you are first, and you have to accept yourself for who you are. You have to forgive yourself for the flaws and faults and the wrongs that you've done. You have to take that step before anybody else can judge you on anything that you do.
That's right.
Yes, because the truth of the matter is the people in your life will treat you how you treat yourself. If you always second
Exactly.
guessing yourself, if you always doubting yourself, you always putting yourself down, everybody around you gonna do the same. But when you treat yourself good, people know not to come at you sideways because they already know what you're gonna
Right.
do.
Right.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I'm speaking from experience. I treat myself like a queen. So people already know, don't you can't you gotta, be
You
careful,
can't
you
have
can't
stuff.
approach
You
her
can't
any
give me
kind of
nothing less. Yeah, you can't
yes.
give me nothing less than that.
Tread
Because if
lightly.
I treat myself this way, yeah, please do. Because if I treat myself and find wine and dine myself, best
Yes.
believe I
Yes.
need to be
Yes.
wined and dined.
We don't play no reindeer games over here.
No,
We
man,
just don't do it.
that's not gonna. That's it. We're not gonna be
Miss Rita says,
compatible.
she said, Miss Rita Jackson say, set the foundation. House
Yes.
is laid
Absolutely.
on a foundation and it's built up, not
And
down.
stand on it. If I could give anything to women, especially Black women, that's the one thing I will give. I will put it in a bottle and give to every Black woman. Learn how to stand alone, stand on your own 2 feet, because people will hold their relationships over your head. They'll hold the friendships over your head. Even some people, that's why people ghost in dating situations. They ghost people because they know people don't want to be alone. If you ghost me, okay, bye,
Yep.
Casper. I'm good over here because I was good before you came into my life, and I'm gonna be good after
Right.
you leave.
Absolutely.
Not
So
Casper.
The unfriendly ghost because you
The
ghosted me.
unfriendly ghost. Hello.
You're unfriendly because you ghosted me.
it
But
doesn't
you're
bother
right
me
though.
at all.
Sometimes it's like people look for that. Like you said, they know that you don't want to be alone. They know that who wants to be alone. What person in their right mind really wants to genuinely be alone? Nobody. So they know that they feed off of
Mama.
that. And when a person, well, I mean, um, sometimes you don't always want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? So
I like my company.
Me too. I think maybe it comes
I'm
with
my
age.
I'm,
I don't know, but
I'm
that's
my
the
best
best
company,
time,
honey
girl.
child.
That's the best time of my life when I am alone. Sometimes I go to the store. I go anywhere just to have that alone time because I got the most sense in the world to me. So when I talk to me, everything makes sense. I be like, girl, yes. I be looking at a situation. I'm like, girl, you see that shit? Yes, girl. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I am the best company ever.
I'm not saying always. I'm not saying all the time. Like, of course, I like being by myself. Don't get me wrong. I need my mental moments to really just sit down and really think about what I'm doing, all what I have planned out. But I'm just saying when you're dating and when you're talking to somebody and you're actually getting into the gist of things, that person sees that attention and you giving that person that attention, that person probably doesn't want you to take that from them.
I
Okay,
like my
never mind. I'm
company.
sorry.
I ain't the
I'm
one
sorry.
to ask about this because
I'm sorry.
you can take your attention, you can take whatever because baby, I'm good over here. I mean, I have my moments, yes, but for the most part, I'm good.
I like
I
my
think
company.
That's all that
because
I'm
I
saying. Yeah.
learned. I learned at a young age, everybody not going to get you. Everybody not going to understand you. I am not going to jump through no hoops to get nobody to understand me. So if you don't understand me, stay over there. Stay over there. Because we cool over here. We good. We got this brown sugar bourbon.
Everything is kosher.
Everything is fine. We got the internet and everything is fine. What more do you need?
Hello, internet bills paid, food in the refrigerator, car note, gas in the car, and employment.
Yes.
That part. Miss Gwen said, if you can't get past it, keep moving.
Yeah.
Yes, Ms. Gwen.
And that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Like you said, if you can't understand me or get to know me on my level, then yeah, absolutely kick rocks, because it's no conversation, honestly. That's understandable. Overstood.
I agree with that. It's like something that I wanted to talk about, but we ran out of time. But all this discussion about what people bring to the table, I'm over it. Like, I'm so over that, because I feel like people bring themselves to the damn table. I don't need to be showing you what I bring to the table, baby. I am the table. If you can't get with me, if you can't learn me, try to get to know me, understand me, you too worried about what I bring to the table, then go on.
Right. Absolutely. Because
you're missing the whole point.
Right. And I listened to, I saw that this week. Oh, yeah, actually this week a gentleman said a man should not be asking a woman to bring anything to the table. He should at least be paying the mortgage. Period. Because when you come to the table, sir, are you paying the mortgage? If you're not, exit stage left.
I mean, that depends on what stage you are in your life. I think that depends on what stage you are in your life. Of course, at this stage, a 50-year-old hottie like me, baby, I am not fin to go into debt for you. I am not fin to go hungry for you. I'm not going to go without my bare minimums. So we're not even having no discussion about what you bring to the table, because I already got the table is set over here.
I already got the table, right? I got the table. Right. It's good. It's taken care of. I need some extra shit on my table. Where's that?
The table set. I just need to know what type of company coming to sit at the table with me. Are you good company? Can you do the damn thing? Can you make me want to moan and groan and sing and say whatever? I mean, can you do that?
Okay. Yeah, that part. That's the part that we need understood.
Exactly. That part.
Because if not, the table's set over here. We good.
Absolutely. I have to agree with that one. Table stay set. That's why I say I like my company. I'm great company to myself.
Yes. But to whom it may concern, if you are on a certain level and if you are able to deal with a diamond and not a rhinestone, holla at your girl. Because diamonds come with a whole packet of care instructions. You need to know how to deal with a diamond. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
You got to know how to.
A rhinestone don't come with no instructions.
Because that's fugazi.
That's right. I mean, if you know how to deal with a genuine article, go on and holler at your girl. I may make room at the table.
Make room.
Make room at the table.
I have to agree with her. We can make room for the right company with the right caliber, right energy. The energy got to be right.
Absolutely.
You ain't getting past me, baby, if that energy ain't right.
So ain't.
It got to be on point. There's no conversation needed to be had.
Well, I enjoyed the show, ladies.
Yes, me too.
Ladies. I hope
Happy birthday
still
again.
enjoying your birthday, Lisa.
I had a wonderful birthday, and I'm so excited about my life and the things to come.
Absolutely. We're excited. I'm excited for you because I can see the glow.
Can I ask you a question? Can you tell me one thing? Can you tell me one thing that you want to achieve in your 50s? Well, since you turned 50, tell me
I'm going to tell you one thing. one thing I want to achieve in my 50s. I want to actually be in love. I don't think I've ever been in love. I've been married more than once. I'm not gonna more than once. But I don't think I've ever had that love that made me be like, that silly love, that
Right.
love where you be like, he mine and I'm gonna stick beside him. I don't think I've ever had that because usually I'll be like, baby, we're not compatible. My 50s, I want to have the type of love that made me feel like a little girl again, that makes me feel safe and secure and makes me okay to be vulnerable. I don't think I've ever had that. And I don't think I've ever allowed myself to be needy. So I've always been like, I don't need you, boo boo. I got me. So that's what I would like to accomplish in my 50s. I would like to see that side of me, the needy side, the side to be like, when you come home, because normally it's like, I don't even notice. If you come home, you come home. If you don't, you don't. You know. I want to see a new me. I want to see that part of me, which I have never seen. I would love to see that in my 50s. I would hate to wait till I get in my 60s and see that. I would like to see that in my 50s.
It's very possible. So thank you for putting it in the universe. So now it shall be granted.
Because just as how I am, I'm loud and proud about the fact that I'd be like, oh, whatever, I'm saying I don't need nothing. I want to be the same as loud and proud. It's like, oh, that's my baby. Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to be that same loud and proud about, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. I want to see that part. I want to see that side of me. If she exists, I want to see her.
She in there.
Okay, we might have to do a show called Fighting Lisa Denae Love. We might have to do a little something,
I hope we're looking abroad. I hope we're looking abroad because I think I might be done with America.
Well,
not the whole America as a whole.
Abroad.
I have to agree with her, Zoe, because sometimes the person that is going to truly love you might not live in your same country.
Oh, I know that.
I know mine. Yeah. Mine lives elsewhere. I'm here, baby.
But people get bad opinions from those apps. Those people are crazy. Those are borderline psychopaths.
Mm-hmm. But let me just say, if you in Nigeria, going to stay there.
No concubines over here, baby. We ain't doing none of that, baby. No concubines. I'm gonna pass.
Me too.
Go find you a Frenchman or something.
Yes. But yes, thank you for asking. I feel like I've accomplished a lot of things that I set out to accomplish, and all the other things that I want to accomplish. As far as business stuff, I know I could do that. That's just the type of person I am. If I set a goal, I'm going to reach that goal. Right. But this one is a little beyond my control. I don't have control of this. This has to happen through. Yeah, God got to make this happen. Fate, the universe. I don't know. I'm not in control of this. So that's a goal that, I just got to wait and see.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, it's good to hear. I'm glad to know that it's not like you don't want to find love. It's not like you don't want to find love or don't, care about it. Because it's good to know that, Black women are so strong and so opinionated and have their own mindsets, right? But it's also good to know that you do want to be loved. You do want to be cherished and upheld like the queen you are, So it's really good to hear that.
Yes, I want to lay on somebody's chest and let them rub my hair and rock me to sleep. Yes, Lord. Mm-hmm. Right. I want to wake up, be like, where my boo? Where my boo? Where you at? That's what I'm talking about.
That part. Real love, like Mary J. say, I'm searching for a real love.
Come on. And I could just say at this point, I am not searching. I just hope that it happens. But I am at that point where I'm like, I'm done with it. I'm done with looking for it. I'm just so over looking for it because I think when you're looking for it is the time when you don't get it.
Absolutely. I agree.
But I'm open to it. And I could say honestly, this is probably the first time in my life that I've been open to it. I've been open to a partnership. Like if somebody come into my life, I'm always trying to figure out, do you know how to do taxes? What kind of business sense do you have? Can you, do you have an LLC? I'm looking for a partner most times. I'm not looking for no emotional attachments whatsoever. But in this stage of my life, since you asked as far as 50s, I want the emotion. I want the emotional attachment. I want to feel some type of sickness in my stomach when they gone. Like I can't eat. Like, oh my God, I can't eat till they get home. That kind of shiggity. I ain't never experienced that.
You said that kind of shiggity.
I've heard of it. I heard that people feel that way. And before I was just like, they can have that mess. That ain't for me. But now I'm like, I want that too. I want to see what that feel like.
I can tell you, it's a good feeling when you really love, when you've been in love with somebody and you've had that not wanting to eat and you can't really sleep because you haven't heard their voice for the 30th time of the day. It's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling.
I don't know about starving myself to death until
I don't starve. I ate a little
because I'd be hungry.
Well, I read something recently that it was on a Black Love page where these two individuals, they feel so connected to each other that, they know when each other is coming close. You know what I'm saying? When they're getting close to home, they know, oh, he almost home. And that kind of stuff, that is amazing to me. I would love to feel that. I would love to be so connected to somebody that, when they wake up, I wake up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you okay? Because you woke. You know what I'm saying?
That's true divine connection. Like, there's no other way to describe it, but that is a true divine connection, that you are truly intertwined with that person when you can sense everything about them. That's a real connection.
I want somebody to write in my journal about. I want somebody, I'm so into them. I'm all writing in my journal. I'm praying. I ain't praying for God to strike them down like normal. I want somebody that I'm praying for God to help me be a better person. Help me meet their needs.
She said praying to God to strike them down like normal.
Oh, yeah, that's the normal prayer. Get them, God. You see them over there, get them. Strike them down.
Okay.
I want to be that person that's like praying. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think I've ever been in a relationship where we prayed together to be better for each other. That's what I want. I want
absolutely. I would love that
be
too.
better for each other.
Right. That's a new level.
Yeah.
Altogether. And that's what I want to strive for as well. Like I say, you have that divine connection, like you do a lot of things together with your person. I always say I want my person. And I believe that my person is going to understand every inch of me and going to accept every inch of me. My person, but they going to know me. Point blank.
From the front to the back. From the front to the back.
Ooh, Gwen said that drunk dizzy love.
Okay, girl.
It's not that, Gwen. I agree. it's capable.
I personally have never had it. I mean, even have marriages. I went into the wedding part. I was just like, whatever you want to do, I don't care. Let's just get to the part where you taking care of them bills and I'm taking care of these bills. Let's get to the part where we're doing this business together. Let's get to the part where we're raising these kids together. I don't care about all this other stuff. But I want to be in a situation like in my 50s. I want to maybe plan a wedding. I didn't have so many marriages and they never really had a wedding. Because we went to the courthouse or we went to the church and it was like 5 people. I never cared about that. But as I grow older and I look at life, I want to experience more things in life. And that's something that I want to experience, like actually caring about his emotions. Oh my God, this sounds crazy even coming out of my mouth. Because normally I'm like, your feelings. You can't be no feelings with your feelings.
You like, bye. Boy, bye. Bye. We don't talk
Feelings,
about
what's that?
Bye. What's
Yeah.
that? Who that? Wait, what?
What bills can we
This is
pay
an
with feelings?
abnormal conversation.
We can't pay no bills with your feelings. We can't pay no bills with how I made you feel. Okay. But now it's like, I want to be that girl that's like, oh, I am sorry that I made you feel that way. What can I do better? How can I be better?
Come on, yeah.
That's
This a new person on this line over here,
That's
y'all.
Lisa
Let me
5.0 right
reintroduce.
there.
Let me reintroduce her again because I don't think they got a chance to see it. If you didn't get a chance to see it at the beginning, go ahead and rewind, listen to the playback because this is a new person.
I mean, it really is. But you know, when Zoe asked the question, "What do you want to accomplish in your 50s?" That's the real truth.
I
I want to see this other person. I want to see if there's that person inside me, and I believe there is. I think the right person brings that out of you.
Absolutely.
I agree. I 100% agree with that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so wherever him is.
Come on, Lisa Denae 5.0.
Yes. She is 5.0.
I'm just saying, well, thank you for asking. Thank y'all so much for tuning into the show. It's been a great show. We went over our time, but I thank y'all for sticking in with us, hanging in, for your comments. We love your interaction. And please go make this cocktail, you guys, and tell me how you feel about this brown sugar bourbon. Let me know if it's making you feel as good as it's making me feel.
And make sure you guys DM your questions if you have anything that you want to talk about, a situation that you want to ask advice on. Please ask Zoe on Zoeology.
Yes. And do we have some, will we be back next week? We'll be back next week on location, I think.
Yes. No.
We'll be back on location. Make sure you guys tune in.
Yes.
We would love to see your comments. We love that you are tuning in. We appreciate all the support, our U.S. and international. Make sure if you didn't have an opportunity to see us at the beginning, always listen on the playback. It's amazing. If you missed an opportunity, if you're just tuning in, please go back to the beginning. Some juicy topics are at the beginning, as well as in the middle.
Absolutely. Well, good night, guys. We will see you next week.
Black coffee with a side of tea.